It was a foggy morning on the swamp the first time I had a close encounter with the beaver. 2 mornings in a row, as soon as I got to the Beaver Swamp, I disturbed a great blue heron, and he actually flew off into the same direction both times. Whenever I first get to this part of the swamp, I always see something. Today it was 2 deer running through the tall grasses of the marsh, too tall for me to get a decent shot. And again, the blue heron flew away as soon as I got there. The mallards don't usually fly away right away, but the wood ducks rarely ever let me get close enough to get a shot. I haven't seen them recently. They may have started migrating already. This area behind me is about the middle of the swamp. It starts southeast from here, using the road to create a barrier. But that must have been where the first dam was built. As the beaver floods the area, it creates successive dams that create different levels. But this swamp is so large that I don't know how many levels there are just yet. But so far I've found 7 dams. I finally saw the beaver again, bringing sticks back to his den. When he came out of the den, he started eating some branches that were right on the edge of the swamp, and I did my best not to disturb his breakfast. And because I never heard any warning splashes from his tail, I assume he never saw me. There are not many animals, if any, that has such a dramatic effect on the environment as humans do. But the beaver are as close as any come. They completely change the environment for their own benefit. Now, of course, these changes have benefits of their own in creating a diverse habitat. But think of the habitat that was here before the changes were made. And as a keystone species, this entire habitat depends on the beaver. So they create the swamp for better mobility. They can travel up to 5 miles in a day looking for a suitable habitat. But the flooding also allows them to gather the sticks, mud, and rocks that they need to build their dams and dens, as well as allows them easier access to the tops of trees once they knock them down, the branches at the tops being the best parts for them to eat. I'm afraid I won't be able to explore this swamp as much as the swamp in my backyard growing up. And what I mean by that is I can't walk around as much as I would like to here. I can't walk through the water. I can't cross these streams and patches of swamp and get to the good vantage points out in the middle, because it's a preserve and it's better for the habitat if we stay on the trails, not disturb the wildlife, and especially not to damage any of the plants. So no matter how much I want to really explore this swamp, unless I had a boat, this is about the best I can do. The beaver eventually disappeared into the fog, leaving me for the time being. But looking around the swamp serves as a constant reminder of them and their impact on the environment. A reminder that wherever we go, we too leave a footprint. We too impact our environment. Sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. Until next time, what's in your backyard?